In this recording, we're going to get a little more experience using the quadratic formula to solve quadratic equations. So we're going to actually use number 6 here. So before we begin, let's see how much you remember of the quadratic formula. Using that song, hopefully that will get stuck in your head. Okay, we'll sing it one more time as we write it. See if you can write out the quadratic formula up in this space, then play the recording to check yourself. So hopefully you paused and worked that out. X equals opposite b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. There it is. If you sing it as you do it, you'll nail it. All right, so let's solve this one. Let's get it into standard form so we can identify our a, b, and c. So please do that. Get as far as you can with this, then play the recording to check. Okay, so hopefully you subtracted 10x from both sides. This combines with the like term of negative 4x. Okay, so we've identified our a, b, and c. Now we're in a position to evaluate our, do you remember the word? Discriminant. Okay, so b squared minus 4ac. Why don't you make those substitutions and work this out? So hopefully you made those substitutions. We're going to use parentheses when we make substitutions to a squared variable. In fact, it's never a bad idea to use parentheses when you're making substitutions into any variable. Okay. We can use our calculator to evaluate this, and it comes out to be 12. All right. So now when we work out our quadratic formula, we've got our x equals opposite b. Well, that's weird because b is already negative, so opposite of that is just positive, right? Plus or minus square root of all this, b squared minus 4ac. Hey, we already did that. It's 12, right? Let's put it in purple so you see it. All over 2a. Well, that's easy. 2 times 2, 4. All right. Now, square root of 12 is not rational, right? We can't take the square root of 12. So that's not going to be quite as nice as if it were a perfect square, like 9 or 25 or something. But we can split this into two separate expressions that x is equal to. All right, at this point, if you have a graphing calculator or you have access to Desmos, we can enter this expression pretty nicely. I'll do one with the calculator, one with Desmos. So we're going to create a fraction. Okay. It did not tell me what to round to. I'm going to round to the nearest hundredth. 4.37. Okay, your teacher or your instructions should always tell you what to round to in the question. So this root works out to be 4.37. I'm also going to show you how to do it in Desmos because a lot of you don't have your own graphing calculator. So you just go to desmos.com. Don't hit start graphing because we're not going to graph anything. You want to go to the scientific calculator. Now it's super easy to use. You're just going to make this fraction out of pressing this button. You're going to put in your 14. We're doing the minus one, minus the square root of 12. Use your down arrow over 4. And there's your answer, 2.63. So no excuse if you don't have a graphing calculator. You definitely are internet connected or you wouldn't be watching me right now. So you have access to Desmos. Okay, I'd like you to try this one on your own. I'd like you to back up to, let's see, the previous page. I would like you to back up to example 1 and try that one on your own. Get it all worked out, then play the recording when you're ready to check your work. Okay, so if you have not worked this out, please pause and work this out because I'm just going to show the answer. If you're wondering, where's that 11 coming from? Well, the square root of 121 is 11. It's a perfect square. I'm actually going to back up and make this not plus or minus, but just plus. So on one side I have the negative, and on this side the positive. Thanks for watching.